Good morning and welcome to Munster Chamber of Commerce's Chamber Chat. I'm Damian Rico and I'm hosting today. Katie Sanito, our president and fearless leaders, usually does this, but I had to step in for her today. And I am very honored to do that because we have a great show for you today. We have somebody that's very near and dear to my heart, a good friend, a great colleague, Rebecca Greeny from Humane, Indiana. And welcome to join our podcast, Rebecca.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us a little bit about why you're here.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about an upcoming event we have this weekend. It's called Paws in the Park. It's one of Humane Indiana's fundraising events. It's coming up this Saturday, September 20th at Community Park in Munster. And it's an all-day-long festival, so it's going from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and we've got a great day of food trucks, dog walks, dog fashion show, and then a live music lineup, so lots of fun things.
Wow, dog fashion show, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the dog fashion show, that's one of the fun things that we have at the event. So contestants can enter for $20,
okay.
And you get to choose your costume, and there's a panel of judges that we have.
Wow,
so
nice.
We're giving away prizes for first, second, and third place. So
And they're human judges, right?
Human judges,
okay.
Yes. We do have one honorary dog judge, actually.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute.
So a husky named Diamond, who is a very close friend of Humane Indiana.
Nice.
So, yep.
And you guys do some excellent work. You guys have always been a cornerstone in the community, not only for your adoption, but education, right? And letting people know about responsible pet ownership, and that's pretty awesome. And I remember a couple years ago we went to the grand ribbon cutting ceremony when you guys opened up in Munster on 45th there, and just cuteness overload. There's kittens, there's dogs, you guys do so much for animals.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, Paws in the Park supports our animal shelter specifically. So it directly supports our community program initiatives. So things like our pet food pantry, that's a free community resource that we have. Veterinary care for pets in need, and then as well as our foster care program. So those are three of the things that this event will support.
Okay. So how long have you guys been doing Paws in the Park?
Over 30 years.
Wow.
So it's been definitely longstanding within the community, and it's a really fun event. I think everybody really enjoys it, and each year it gets bigger, and we're hoping to have 500 attendees throughout the day, and like I said, we have a live music lineup.
Okay.
So that takes us into the afternoon portion of the event. So we're really hoping to draw in not only the animal crowd, but people who enjoy live music as well.
Okay. Now, Rebecca, how long have you been here at Humane Indiana now?
1 year.
1 year. Okay. That's awesome. And you love it, right?
Yeah, it's great. There's a lot of great people that I work with, and it's a great mission. It's always great to support the animals in our community, so I love to be able to give back to that, yeah.
And it's nice that you give back because, you were with Hospice of the Calumet area prior for a long time, and we really appreciate it. But, it has a very similar feel for the not-for-profit sector, being community-oriented and having a higher impact in the communities as opposed to, something that might be a little financial business to business. But, working in the not-for-profit sector, how's that helped you? And talk a little bit about, what it takes to succeed with the volunteers and working with people like that.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes, with working at a nonprofit. I love the aspect of being able to work with not only people in the community, but as you say, volunteers is a big part of the people that I work with a lot of donors too, and it's just creating those relationships to kind of educate people about your mission, and then just invite them to support the cause too. So it's less about, maybe necessarily asking for money, but more inviting them to participate in the cause. And it's something that I've enjoyed learning how to do both at Hospice of the Calumet area when I was there, and now at Humane Indiana as well.
And it's really awesome because, we've got a couple of one of your board members is also a board member in ours, Louis Gonzalez.
Yes.
And he invited me to the Rockstar Gala that you guys just had a couple months ago. That was really awesome.
Yeah, the gala, that's also, I would say, of the events that we do, we've got the gala being the largest event that we do, and Paws in the Park is actually probably the second largest. Okay. So those are the two biggest events that we do. Yeah, and the gala was a lot of fun, so we're already, as soon as Pauses in the Park is over, we've got to do a wildlife event there, Festival of Owls coming up in November, and then we're going to be rolling right into the gala again for next year. So there's a lot going on. Yeah.
There is a lot going on. I was really impressed with the natural wildlife animals that you guys rescue and that people bring there, and some of the stories that maybe I didn't hear or others didn't hear about. And then go to your website and see some of those videos that you guys have on there.
Yeah, absolutely. HumaneIndiana.org. We've got lots of things on there, lots of resources. The events calendar is always up to date, and then there's also shelter and wildlife resources on there as well.
What's been the most rewarding part for you, Rebecca, to work at Humane Indiana?
Mexican American.
That's tough. I think probably just when I hear a success story about an animal. For example, I actually just was recently working on a story about two senior dogs who had arrived at the shelter, in a little bit of rough condition. They got a great foster home through Humane Indiana, and then they were finally able to be adopted, and they were adopted together. And so it's great to hear those success stories and see the happy endings and the outcomes when you can really know that the work you're doing is supporting animals in our community.
And how long has Humane Indiana been around now?
Since 1941.
1941. Wow, that's incredible. And the kittens also, you guys do like a spray and neuter program there?
Yep, spay and neuter is a big program that we do have at our clinic. Yep.
And I think that's probably the biggest part is being a responsible pet owner. There's a lot of people that like a lot of dogs, like a lot of cats, and then you see them feeding them in the wild, but it could be a little dangerous right there for them, and to take care of animals, it's really, really an awesome thing. They have Humane Indiana as a great resource in the community. Is really, really helpful.
Definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of really knowledgeable folks that work at the shelter. Even for the people who work in the office, we can always call over at the shelter and get advice. They're really good at giving people resources, what to do, how to keep their pets in the home, and then if they find, a stray animal or things that they can kind of do to help out the animals that they're encountering.
Now, do you guys have any advice that you give out to families that, are thinking about animals for the first time, or maybe a little uncertain about the Humane Indiana, like, getting an animal? Because you hear all these stories. Well, I don't know,
Yeah, well, absolutely. There's a lot of what you could do if you don't think you're ready for an animal quite just yet. There's always volunteer opportunities.
Okay.
We've got people who, both if you want to work directly with the animals, dog walkers, you could play with cats in the cat room. So there are opportunities to interact with our animals during the day. Or, there's always people who are helping us with the laundry or doing the dishes, so you can have both of those opportunities as well. And then, if you want to take the next step, perhaps you can look into our foster program as well. And Rachel, one of the ladies in the shelter, she's really knowledgeable about the foster program, and she'll actually be at Paws in the Park too, promoting our foster program, because we really want to help grow that and expand that initiative. And the more animals that we can have in foster homes, it opens up more space at the shelter. So we really want to push the foster aspect, and that's another thing that you could do if you don't quite want to adopt, but you still want to work with the animals. Fostering is definitely an option.
Okay. Now, is there something that you want to get across? At hospice, we're always talking about the challenges, the stereotypes that people have. Is there some things that you like to talk about or get people to realize about Humane Indiana that they might not think about?
I think one thing that maybe sets us apart is, we also work with other nonprofits in the area, and we can kind of help with other services. We like to say where there's animals in need, there are people in need. So we really like to try to do what we can to help provide services for people as well. Like the office where I work out of is actually Paws Resale Shop on Kennedy Avenue in Highland. So that is a resale shop. All the proceeds do benefit the shelter, but that's a great way that we like to support people too. If people have hardships, I know they can come in and shop and participate in that way too. And there's also,
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
The shop there. I went there once to pick up something from Jane,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize that they had so many things there.
Yeah, that we're always changing product too, so things change frequently. We have a consigning area now as well, so there's a lot of new things there.
Yeah, they have, I mean, furniture and all kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much any household item. We have dog items. We have
Artwork.
all kinds of things.
And people could just bring things and donate.
Yes.
Okay, and what's the address there if they want to do that?
It's 8149 Kennedy Avenue.
Kennedy Avenue. Okay, and that's where you're located?
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
actually it's right by the bowling alley
Okay.
island, so it's right next to there.
All right, I didn't realize that you guys had office spaces back there too. As
Yeah.
well. Cool. That's really, really cool. So Paws in the Park, tell us again a
Yes.
little bit.
Yeah, so Paws in the Park, I'll kind of give you like a rundown
Okay.
of the event. So we start with a dog-friendly walk. That's one of the biggest draws of the event. People love to participate in that. It is donation-based, so
Okay.
that starts right at the very beginning of the day. We kind of
Do you have to
start.
register for that?
No, so it all happens when you're there and you
Okay.
arrive. So you kind of from 9 to 9:30, people can sign up, make any donation that they want, and then we kind of do a presentation of the colors, and we have this wonderful singer named Amy who sings the national anthem for us, and then the walk starts, so people walk through the park, and the dogs really enjoyed that as well. So that's
Okay.
always fun to see people gathering and getting ready to walk, and then everybody makes their way through the park. And then, yeah, after that, there's a great presentation by the Munster Canine Department. So
Okay.
they will kind of work with their canines and kind of give a demonstration. That's always fun to see what they work on, and it's a good way to see how they.
So you guys have like, some really awesome partnerships. I mean, it's just it's really cool how you guys get everybody involved, and people come out and showcase their talents. Because I know the canine officers, they work really, really hard with their animals, and they are at work when they're with them. It's pretty cool.
Right. So that's a good demonstration to be able to see. So we're all looking forward to that, and we thank them for always partnering with us each year to give that presentation to the community as well.
Yeah, because people think it's easy, you just take a dog home, but they're professionally trained, and
Definitely.
they have to do certain tasks in order to get that
Right.
credential.
So it's interesting to see the dog at work for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. Like I said, we also are going to have a foster care presentation
Okay.
from our shelter team. So that happens too right after the canine demonstration. So that'll be fun to hear what that team has been working on, and I'm really excited to hear them share about the foster program and just help to educate people too. So that'll be fun as well. And
Now that group is from the shelter group out on 45th, is that?
yes.
Okay.
So our shelter team is going to be, we've got a booth there. So they've got a booth. Our clinic has a booth, and then our volunteer
Okay.
coordinator has a booth as well. So there's going to be lots of Humane Indiana representatives to kind of speak more on the services that we provide on the shelter side of things.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really neat.
Yeah, so then also throughout the day we have like a vendor market and lots of food trucks. So that's of course free. Anybody can come to the park and kind of do some shopping at the vendor markets, visit the food trucks, and that'll be a lot of fun as well.
How many vendors
So-
do you guys anticipate?
There's about 65.
Wow.
Yeah. So it takes, if you're familiar with Community Park, there's like a main pathway running through the center of the park, and we've got vendors lined up the entire main pathway through there.
Oh, that's
so
neat.
a lot of animal service organizations, so a lot of vets, a lot of pet grooming, boarding, but then we also have people who have retail too, so small business owners who sell their things as well. And then our sponsors, of course, too, also have a booth so they can represent their services as well. We wouldn't be able to put on events like this without the help of our sponsors too, so we're very grateful to have everyone's support.
Now, Rebecca, who are some of the big sponsors that are helping you guys put this on?
Yeah, definitely. So give a shout out to our sponsors, absolutely.
That's cool that they commit to Humane Indiana.
Yeah, so the Pangier Corporation, Arborview Animal Hospital, Dyer Animal Clinic, J. Platt, that's the oral surgeon and
Okay.
dental implant center in Cherville, Deer Run Animal Hospital, Team Toyota, Strachan Van Til, and Three Floyds Brewing. So they are a big supporter of us as well, and they've got a beer garden at the event as well. So that's going to be a draw for
nice.
people as well. So when they're listening to the live music, you could grab a beer, and everybody really likes that Three Floyds beer. So people are looking forward to that.
Awesome. Well, those guys at Team Toyota, hopefully my nephews are out there. That's where they work.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're a great organization, so we're happy to have their support as well.
And they are dog lovers, so that's
Awesome.
and it's crazy because I've never been I always liked dogs, but because of my allergies, but finally we found an animal, the Havanese dog
Right,
from
right.
hospice of the Calumet area, are pet therapy dogs that I was not allergic to, and so after 50 years of my life, I finally got an animal, and our kids love it. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
just brings a
definitely.
different joy to your house, to see all the he's so enthusiastically excited to see us every single day, like we haven't seen
Yeah.
him in years. And I think that is really a really important part of your life, because and I was telling my son this the other day, Anthony, when I used to come home, he used to be that excited. Then you get older and it's like, hey Dad, how's it going? But an animal, they just love you unconditionally.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I was happy to hear when you finally got your dog, and I'm sure, as you said, your kids love that too. So they're definitely a member of the family, as you say, and it's great to have that companionship. No doubt.
It is, and it teaches them a lot of responsibility too.
Definitely.
Because our children, they are very active in the responsibilities, and to see little 9-year-old take the dog out and walk and call and say, hey, I took the dog out, I fed the dog, and it's just really neat because you care about somebody other than yourself, and I think that helps
Absolutely.
with the growing up process.
Absolutely.
So go out to Humane Indiana and check out some dogs, some cats. Of course, I'm allergic to cats, but I couldn't get a kitten. But
Yeah, but
you were
yeah.
gonna bring one.
I know. Yeah, we were gonna bring the kittens from one of our fosters, but yeah, we don't want to.
I know. I'm sorry. But
No,
that,
you're
but
okay. But like I said, the shelter is open, all of the time, and people can come and take a tour if they want to visit some of the animals. The shelter team is really accommodating, so they can absolutely answer any questions about animals and do any kind of visiting time that people are interested in.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's gonna be really neat. Anything else that you wanna?
No, we're just really looking forward to Paws in the Park. Again, this Saturday, so September 20th, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Community Park in Munster. So we hope everyone can come out and join us, and we're really looking forward to a great day to support the animals in our care.
And people can learn more and also follow you guys. You guys are on all
Yep.
the social media platforms.
Yes, we are on all the social media, so feel free to check us out on Facebook. We've been updating about the event and all of our services there as well.
Okay. And as Munster Chamber, the Chamber Chat here, we want to remind everybody that tomorrow is Fall in Love with Your Business, and join us for Fall in Love with Your Business on an exciting networking event open to the public. It's a great opportunity for local businesses to connect with each other. It's great for brand awareness, and we just want to explore potential partnerships like Humane Indiana. I think that's what people don't realize is all these events, it takes a village to run them. Whether it's sponsorship, whether it's volunteers, whether it's the staff itself, partnering with different agencies. It's so very important, and it's giving back to your community, and I think that's probably the biggest part. So tomorrow, Villa Cesar, we are going to have this Fall in Love with Your Business Expo. That is Thursday, September 18th, from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Like I said, Villa Cesar, 900 Eagle Ridge Drive in Cherville. So come out, and Humane Indiana is going to have a booth out there, I'm sure. Jane's always out there with her group. So thank you for your commitment to the Munster Chamber and the other chambers as well. Highland Griffith Chamber is a partner. Cherville Chamber is also a partner, and the Lansing as well. So there's five of us that get together to do this.
Yeah,
So,
that's a great event, and we're thankful to the Chamber for putting it on. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
thank you for the relationship that we have with Munster Chamber as well. It's a great relationship to have.
well, thank you. Then, and the board of directors, they are really inspired by the work that you guys do. We talked about this just last week, and we wanted to be part of Pause in the Park and just help in any way we can, because the work that you guys do for the community is so important. It's so vital because people don't realize that there's so many aspects of Humane Indiana, like we talked about a little bit today: the rescue part, the adoption part, the philanthropic part of it. You guys do so much, and we want to thank you for your commitment.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for joining us to Munster Chamber for more Munster Chamber chat, and also don't forget to follow Humane Indiana as well as Munster Chamber, and the partnerships and great inspiring stories that we have working together. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Chamber Chat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only